Libra. This is going to be Libra's monthly guidance, April 1st through May 1st. General energy. Excuse me. Shuffling the cards a bit. Hope you guys are having a great day. I am using the Prisma Vision deck for the reading today. And get started. Queen of Cups. Nine of Swords in reversed. Justice card in your current energy. Sorry if you guys hear noise. They're painting in my house. You have the Five of Swords. You have the Tower. You have the Eight of Swords. You have the Two of Swords with the Ace of Wands. And I'm going to take this Six of Swords. So, current energy. You have the Two of Swords and the Ace of Wands, which tells me that you're in a place where there's these new beginnings that you want to go towards, right? With the Ace of Wands, there's this direction, there's something that you're passionate about, something that you have a lot of passion for, a creative endeavor, a new passionate and adventure, right? And what's happening is you're indecisive about going towards it because you don't know what the outcome is going to bring. You're in this place where you're in this transitional phase, right? You're going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, you're kind of wondering, like, with the Hanged Man as well, your perspective is this decision going to roll in what I need? Is this the decision the right thing? Right? With the Wheel of Fortune, is this money going to bring money in? Is this something that I'm supposed to be doing? Right? Excuse me, you could be feeling like your fears and anxieties are really kind of a little loud here. And what's happening is that you're a little stuck behind those fears and anxieties because I feel like you are afraid of disasters with the Tower card being here. Also, maybe you could have gone through a Tower moment where things kind of just hit the fan out of nowhere, right? Or something could have happened that you did not expect to happen, right? And what's happening is because that happened, it resurfaced some fears and anxieties and it has you a little bit stuck. But you are trying to persevere here. You're trying to do whatever it is that you got to do with the Five of Swords. Like, you're like, you know what? I just got to do what I got to do. Like, whatever it is that I need to, whatever it takes, right? And so there is some hesitancy here with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords, right? Like, you're hiding behind your fears. You're not making these decisions because you're fearing disasters. Maybe there's a conflict around you, or maybe there's conflict within you, or maybe you're just worried about what people around you are going to say with the Five of Swords. With the Queen of Cups being in your current energy, the Queen of Cups is all about learning to work with your emotions and what you're feeling, right? And the Queen of Cups being here is exactly that. You're trying to work with what you're feeling, work with the cup that you're holding. You're trying to transmute here, right? You have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which tells me is that you're trying to work with what you're feeling and push past these fears and anxieties that have been so loud for you lately. I feel like with the Nine of Swords being in reverse, that's you shutting them up, and that's you really coming into that power of yours with the Justice card being here, right? This is because you are the Justice card in the tarot deck. So it's kind of like you're learning to work with what you're feeling and not allow your fears and anxieties to kind of like shadow you. And it's kind of like you're taking your power back in this process. But at the same time, you're trying to do this, but there's these fears about the actions that you want to take in order to that this is regarding, right? Like, yes, you're trying to trust what you're feeling, and you know that this is a necessary transition, and you're trying to change your perspective of it, but you can't help but think like what's going to happen, what, you know, what all the what ifs are still there. And not just that, but it could be what other people are going to say as well. All right, let's go into your challenge, Libra. Moon card. King of Pentacles. And the Emperor card. So a couple of things, Libra. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Five of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Empress. Excuse me. So I'm going to also take the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So on top of your emotions kind of being overwhelmed, like you being emotionally overwhelmed, there's a sense of frustrations and obstacles that have been coming in the way, right? Like it's kind of like you're trying to do something, but then something happens. And so it's like you can't accomplish it. And if it's not that, then with the Three of Wands being here, you're restricting yourself. You're only seeing yourself up to a certain limitation. You're not seeing but beyond the limits, right? You're limiting yourself. You're not having foresight and trusting that the good is going to flow in, right? You're not trusting the Wheel of Fortune. You're wondering, is the Wheel of Fortune going to come in? Are my finances going to come in? I'm going to be short of money, right? Like this could be a lot about the root chakra energy, because you have both, excuse me, the Emperor and the Empress energy here. I've been talking a lot, guys, sorry. And so what's happening with the Empress being in your challenge position is maybe there's just lack of security within yourself and your ability to grow and your ability to plant the seeds and actually harvest fruits from the seeds that you're planting, right? Another thing in your challenge is you're focusing on all the things that could go wrong. Maybe there's been disappointments. Maybe things haven't worked out before in the past, but nonetheless, you're focusing on the spilt milk, on what could go wrong with the Five of Cups. And you're not working with your emotions. You're letting your emotions manipulate you into not making these decisions, and it's making you insecure within yourself. And again, this is a money thing. Like the money is like, am I going to lose money? Am I going to have enough money? Am I going to be financially secure? Right? Maybe you're not saving money. Maybe you're wasting your money or spending your money. And that's a problem too, because you're trying to plant seeds for yourself and be fertile, but you're restricting yourself because you're not good with your money as well. Side note, right? But another challenge here is that your subconscious mind is loud. Your subconscious fears are very loud. Like, yes, you want stability, and yes, you want all of this new endeavor. You want to go for more towards yourself, towards more for yourself. But your subconscious mind is really loud, and it's making you very insecure in who you are. But a big challenge here is money. Like, I honestly, like, even though this is not about money, the King of Pentacles, like the biggest thing I feel here is your financial security that you're kind of concerned about. Not just that, it could be a father figure in your life, or it could be like somebody, the father of your children. It could be somebody like that, right? It could be that they could be an issue, or you could be afraid of disappointing them, right? Because you have the Five of Cups, right? So you could be afraid of disappointing your man and your husband, your husband and your dad, your man and your dad, whatever, you know, like you could be afraid of disappointing them. And that's a big subconscious fear in your mind, right? And that's those subconscious fears, they emotionally manipulate you, which make you feel insecure, which make you focus on all the things that could go wrong, which make you not believe in the seeds that you're planting. It's like you're planting seeds, but not trusting that it's going to bear fruit. Big challenge. Why would you plant a seed if you don't think it's going to bear fruit, right? It's not logical. And Libra, you're logical. So you're not being in your power right now because you know, you're self-sabotaging. You're self-sabotaging, and maybe validation also, with all of the pentacles being here, is needing validation. Maybe you're needing validation from people to make the certain decisions that you want to make, right? Maybe you want to go to court, because aside of you guys being the Justice card, it also means court. And if you're having baby daddy issues, right, some of you could be having baby daddy issues, and people are telling you different things. But if you want to go to court, you know, don't fear the what ifs. Or if you're going to lose money going to court, like, you know, that's side note. Guidance for Libra. Again, April 1st to May 1st. This is going to be your guidance from April 1st to May 1st. Okay, you have the Tower card, you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Hanged Man, the Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So in your guidance with the Page of Cups and the Ace of Cups, Spirit's like, I need you to trust everything that you're feeling and go towards it, right? These are creative new beginnings that are before you, and this is abundance that I'm bringing towards you, and I need you to be confident enough, right? I need you to be confident in who you are and your skills and your abilities and in what you bring to the table. Just confident in general, right? I need you to be confident enough to take it. Right? Spirit really wants you to change your perspective on how you're viewing things and have a vision on how you want things to go, right? Instead of restricting yourself and seeing things from one perspective, Spirit's like, start planting seeds, have a vision, be a visionary. What do you want to grow for you? What seeds do you want to plant? Look at the seeds that you want and start planting them, right? Do you want a pineapple plant? Do you want an apple tree? Do you want a guava tree? Do you want a lime tree? Do you want a chili plant? What do you want, and where do you want to plot it, and how are you going to make it grow? How are you going to help it grow, right? How are you going to water it, right? You have to be that visionary. Spirit says, change your perspective. Stop limiting yourself. Be confident in your skills and the abundance that I'm bringing you towards and taking you towards and leading you towards with what I'm guiding you, what I'm making you feel, right? Spirit says, stop limiting yourself. Have a vision of where you want to go, and stop being afraid of disasters. Make those quick changes. Make those changes that you are afraid of making. Don't be afraid to take that leap, because the Tower card is about things happening out of nowhere that you didn't expect seeing, right? But this is also about you not being afraid of disaster, because what's happening is you're afraid of disaster. You're afraid things aren't going to flow. And Spirit's like, I need you to come into an alignment within yourself. What's going to make you feel happier? What's going to make your family happier, right? Is this going to help you be a happier family? Are you going to be able to spend more time with your family, right? But Spirit says, I need you to align yourself, be harmonized within you, and celebrate all of the changes that are happening, right? Stop being worried about money, about financial loss. Stop being worried about abandonment or rejection or fear. Stop giving into those things and be resilient, Spirit says. Be resilient and keep pushing despite the obstacles that you might face. Stand your ground and say, no, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do, and I'm going to do it. And yes, you know, your opinion matters to me, but at the end of the day, I need to do what I want for myself and what I feel is right for me, right? We can't be worried about other people's opinions or what other people are going to say or what people are going to think, or even your own conflicting mindset, right? Spirit wants you to work with what you're feeling and go towards it. Let's go into your focus. That tower. That tower keeps coming. Two of Wands, the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, Strength card, Seven of Cups, Seven of Wands, 777. 7 represents spirit and divine, right? So you're being divinely guided, Libra. Okay, let's get that. Okay, so with the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Wands, Spirit says, I need you to focus on all the things that you want. Sorry, this way. All the things that you want with the 7 of Cups. Spirit wants you to have wishful thinking and think of all the good things, right? Stop creating illusions of fear and focus on all the things that you want and persevere after them. Even though it might take more work, even though it might be a little harder, even though it might feel like an obstacle. Spirit says, I need you to focus on what you actually want and persevering after it. Right? Spirit says, focus on the fact that you're coming into your authentic and authoritative self, and you're working with what you're feeling because you're trusting in who you are. You're becoming more authentic. You're becoming more in tune. You're becoming more aware of yourself, and you're trusting what you feel because of that security within you, right? Focus on that strength and that courage to go forward and take those steps, right? On that vision that you want for yourself, on the seeds that you want to plant for yourself. Focus on being the visionary and looking towards your future and what you want to build for yourself and what you're trying to create, right? Don't focus on the disasters that can happen. Don't focus on the fears of the what ifs, right? Don't focus on any of that. Focus on working with what you're feeling and going towards it, taking action with those emotions, with what you're being guided to do. You're being guided to quit your job, quit. You're being guided to get a new job, get a new job. You're being guided to leave a relationship or get into a relationship. Trust what you're feeling, right? Regardless if there's going to be obstacles, regardless if there's going to be frustrations or delays, right? Keep pushing and be resilient and have courage to go towards what you're passionate about and what you want and what you're wishing for yourself, right? Don't care what people think or say, or don't be afraid of disappointing people. Be afraid of disappointing yourself. You're disappointing yourself and dismissing yourself when you're not taking action, right? When you're not making those judgment calls that you need to make for yourself, because then you're living your life for other people or according to other people. And who are other people, right? Even if they are your parents, even if they are your significant others. Okay, outcome. You have the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups, Devil in reverse, with the 6 of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So what this tells me is that should you listen to your guidance and change your focus, right? Everything at the end of the day is free will. You could choose to make your decisions or not. If you don't make your changes, these outcomes won't turn out for you, or they'll just take longer for them to come about for you. And so with the 6 of Swords being here, this is you going through that transition that you feel maybe a little bit regretful, but you being consistent and excited to go towards what you're passionate about, because this transition includes going towards what you're passionate about, right? Reclaiming your power, no longer self-sabotaging and staying behind your fears and anxieties, right? Because these were the cards that were in the beginning, right? These were the 2 cards that were in the beginning, and you being fulfilled and you saying, you know what? I'm done dealing with these conflicts. I'm going to do whatever I have to do, and I'm going to push forward towards that new endeavor that I want. And here's the King of Swords again, right? I'm taking my power back. I'm trusting Spirit. I'm trusting that as long as I strategize, right? As long as I strategize, abundance flows freely through me. And that's going to be an affirmation for your guys' self. Abundance flows freely through me, for you to trust that the changes that you're trying to make or go towards, abundance, whether it's love, money, whatever it is, right? Here's the celebration of life and you working consistently towards your goals and what you want, right? Here's the Magician card, you knowing that you're capable, you being the alchemist and turning that emotional turmoil into fuel and allowing you to work with what you're feeling. Here's your wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. And here's your confidence, Nine of Pentacles, your self-sufficiency, your independency. This is you being confident in who you are and saying, you know what, I'm being the visionary, I'm putting in the work. And so guess what? I'm going to harvest all the fruits of my labor, right? If you're putting in the work and you're consistent and you're putting in effort and you're trusting, then why isn't stuff going to flow in for you, right? It's just a matter of trusting. And it's just a matter of knowing that abundance is going to flow freely through you and to you, so long that you trust spirit and actually strategize, right? You can't just expect money to flow. You can't just expect things to fall into place. We got to put in our work and know that you're capable. A lot of synchronicities. Spirit showed up definitely. I hope this resonated for you, Libras. Again, this is your monthly guidance from April 1st to May 1st. You can contact me via email. You can follow me on Instagram at Healing Panda Tarot. And you can DM me to book there as well. And have a good day. Don't forget to hit like.